So at PVPSA, we provide mental health and substance abuse supports for children, youth, and families in the Pajaro Valley. COVID has really highlighted the fragility that many of our families live in, but also the resiliency that many of our families have and possess in their family unit. Many of the children we serve have parents who work every day out in the field. The number of parents that have requested for care has increased by 325% pre-COVID time. We used to get a lot of referrals from schools and our teachers, but we've seen a ballooning of parents coming to us, asking us to help them address behaviors in their children that they don't understand and they can't comprehend. There's one family in particular that was referred to us by a local teacher. This teacher was concerned because both parents experienced a loss of hours, which translated to a loss of income. It got to the point where this child was potentially going to be living out of a car. Unfortunately, the child needed therapeutic care as a result of the stress. We were able to connect them to financial resources so that they could maintain their housing. The Community Foundation became our initial lifeline when COVID struck. When the shelter in place was established, our whole model of care went out the window. Yet we knew we had these very important lives that we needed to figure out a way to continue caring for. Some with severe issues like depression, others coming out of suicidality attempts. COVID has magnified the anxiety and the stress among our young population, and we are now averaging anywhere from 4 to 8 crisis calls a day. There's one particular family that found it really difficult and challenging, where both parents had to return to work and there were 5 children under the age of 14 in the household. The 14-year-old ended up assuming parental responsibilities. Despite her needing supports that we've been able to provide her and her family, including some financial assistance, she was able to complete her school year. She was able to serve as the parent in logging on her siblings onto the remote distancing education platform that they were using. And we're just amazed with how this young lady was able to take a situation that none of us were prepared to handle and figure out a way in which she could meet her goals as a student, as a young lady, and then her parental role now with her siblings. This is a story that I think many families in the Pajaro Valley experience, which speaks, I think, to the resiliency that you encounter in so many young people in the Pajaro Valley. I'm so proud. But it's been challenging to recognize that this 14-year-old also had to assume that responsibility because there was no other choice. We're in for the long haul. Our families will continue to need support, especially in the Pajaro Valley in October or November, when the agricultural season comes to an end. We will see what we see every year, which is an increased need for financial assistance for our hard farm-working families, but it'll be magnified this year because of COVID.